Greetings, fellow Slian agents in the wild. It's your trusted liaison, Brian, bringing to you part 2 of Acquired Tastes Epilogue, Proof of Concept. Let's get those shoutouts out of the way. I want to welcome our newest YouTube subscriber, Richard George. Welcome to the show. On to the comments. Again, we have from good friend of the show, Balint Babos, who commented on part 1. Perfect timing for this epilogue. I just arrived for an overnight at Stuttgart. This is always better than any series or movie. Damn, that's deep. Whoa. That's awesome to hear you say, brother. Thank you. Now, don't forget, my fellow slingers, this is the part where we go on hiatus as we prepare for our next season, Borrowed Souvenirs. But don't despair. We have quite the archives that should keep you company till we're back in the digital rage room. Alright, for the final time this season, come on, say it with me. Let's warm up our... I said say it with me. Let's warm up our dice and top off our glass as Roll the Hard 20 presents Proof of Concept, Part 2. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you next season.
I guess it's time to dance. Each will. They didn't fall for my thing. Do they appear to be Japanese?
They are of Asian characteristics, but they look identical.
Well, like twins, or just because they're Asian? And they only half look like me because I'm only half Asian.
Then I can only give you half the answer.
Racist. Okay, well, I will draw my jack blade and announce my name is Kimura Ichimaru, and I will engage.
And even as you announce your name, it's as though they don't even understand what you're saying. Now, your dex is 15, right?
They don't habla. Yeah, 15. It's going to be scary. I'm fighting 2.
You go first.
Okay. I will be going with the jackblade, melee weapons. 17 under 53.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay, let's roll high, please. 12. Dude, I'm going to send you a picture of this, listeners. I'm sorry to bug you. This thing is right on that fucking edge of the table, too. I almost pulled a Tony. So 12 damage to thing number 1.
The first one crumples.
Oh, thank goodness.
To the ground. The other one looks it down and just looks back at you and attacks.
Okay, they're just like automatons.
3.
Ooh, damn it.
That's going to hit.
Yeah.
6 points.
Ooh. That's a rough one.
And this individual doesn't smile, doesn't grimace. He's just all about being in the pose in the moment. That's round 1.
Okay. Let's do number 2. Well, how about attack? My second attack. Oh, fucking 30 under 53. So that's a hit again.
Okay.
10 hit points.
He starts maneuvering around the room, putting his back towards the kid, almost to where he's between you two. Might be a strategy behind that somewhere.
He's not the emperor. I can attack and point my blade at the kid. I'm not going to get in trouble like
That's
Ogami.
true. But he has 2 targets now. 1, 2, 3, you.
Sure.
4, 5, 6, the kid.
Okay. Well, if he's not smart enough.
There's the kid. Up on the kid.
Bye, kid.
He spins on his heels. 59 misses.
Ooh.
Go.
Yeah. So as I say that, I go, kid, get under the desk.
If I do that, it's going to take me longer.
Well, get ready for a blade in case I don't finish him. 40 under 53. This should do it with a 9.
9. He crumples at your feet, blood oozing from his body.
Man. Okay. I'll inspect the wound that I took. Each will wrap up the wound as much as possible, still taking care to keep the suit as much as possible intact if it hasn't been ruined, because we still may be able to use that as a camouflage from people who are far enough away to not see a katana slice through it. So I'll pick up one of the blades in my free hand, and I will go into the room that they just came out of, swords in each hand.
Okay.
Before I do that, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting too much into the thing. I want to check these dudes' bodies and see if there's anything about them that I need to know. Do they have key cards? Were they indeed looking just like the same person? You know, any kind of blemish on the skin that has a blemish on the other skin, you know?
Yeah, make an observation check.
Okay. Under 72. 56.
56. You look at the two bodies and you notice that one of them has a mole behind its left ear. And you look at the other one and you see that one has a mole behind his left ear in the exact same spot.
Skingularity or whatever.
Skingenuity.
Ingenuity. Okay, well, each will proceed through the door after inspecting the Thompson twins there.
As you go through the door at the west end of the office, you find yourself standing in a 10-foot long hallway that goes to the north and ends at another door.
Okay, well, from the reaction of these two, if there's any more of them in there, I don't have to worry about necessarily stealth or screaming because they just plow through. Though I will be wary and go through the door stealthily, because there could be a regular science type guy in there that could hit some alarm. So I will calm myself from combat and proceed through taking a look through the door if it's unlocked.
Yeah, well, as you walk up to the door, you notice, first of all, that there's this cold emitting from the door itself. It's like really cold.
Okay. Did I notice that those guys had on anything kind of particular against the cold, like their suit or?
No, it just seemed like they were wearing like a one-piece...
little black leotard?
Yeah, but it looked like it was made of a unusual mesh.
Okay. Well, each will go into the room, regardless of the cold.
Okay.
Irregardless of the cold?
Irregardless.
Whatever the right thing is, yeah.
On the other side of the door, you see that there's a 15-foot square room, and the only illumination is coming from two 5-foot wide, 10-foot tall, vault-like contraptions that are each at the top of a small set of folding stairs. The outlines of these enclosures are a metal framework that seem to maintain the rigidity of the frosted glass walls that they support. The doors of each one of these, which are denoted by the frosted pane, seem to have a thermostatic control to them and are partially open. You see at the top of each of these vault-like devices, they have some ducting coming off that go towards a large box at the back of the room, and that's where a lot of this humming is coming from.
Okay, do these refrigerator things appear to be where the two dudes came out of?
Yeah, because both of the doors are partially open, as though they came out of those two contraptions.
And is there anything else in this room?
That's it. It's just these two little things that are on these platforms where these metal stairs lead up to.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right. I'll go back out to the oval room where the kid is. What is he doing?
He's putting his stuff back in his backpack.
Did you get what you need?
Yeah, I got it.
Where is it?
It's on my laptop. It's on my hard drive. He hands you the bag, and he starts maneuvering his way kind of in front of the desk a little.
And give me also whatever is behind you you're trying to hide.
He pulls out the day planner off the top of the desk. I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm just trying to get away from you. You're acting very strange, Agent.
Well, I've never worked with you before, and you're being a little bit, I don't know, distant around me. We're here to finish this. You've succeeded. Let's continue on to the next part of our mission. And
Okay.
so I'll hold the bag. All right, put it in here.
He
The
tucks
day
it in the
planner.
backpack.
Okay.
He
And
goes to grab the backpack, like to put it back on his shoulder. I got it.
no. I want to make sure that if something happens to you, that this comes out with me. And I'll put the sword in the clone guy and go, now let's go find that source material, eh? And I'll get moving.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go. I don't want to go through the door first, Agent. You mind?
Obviously, and that's why I'm holding the backpack. So I don't trust this kid. I'll pull out my pistol actually and go,
Okay.
do you have a weapon?
Yeah. Yeah. It's in the backpack, though.
Okay. Well, we'll make sure that you get that if we need it.
Okay. And he takes the hint. And he starts walking out the door, and
There we
he
go.
starts walking north in the hallway. So where are we gonna go? Where you want to go?
We're going down the hallway to the elevator.
Okay. And he gets to the door in front of the elevator. He opens it, and
I'll take the lead from here. He doesn't have to do that. So it goes to what, it has two buttons, you said, up and down, basically?
yeah. Well, there's just one right above the other. They're silver. They don't say 1, 2, up or lower. They don't say anything.
Yeah, I'll go with the convention that it's the bottom one is down, and we'll press that. Is it a long ride down?
No, it's actually not. But it's probably about 20. Just only for me to read it. It takes about 20 seconds for this elevator to descend wherever it's going.
And while we're doing that, I will also toss the day planner to the kid and say, hey, so where is the director these days? Do we have to worry about meeting him today?
I don't work here. I don't know what you're talking about, Agent.
I'm handing him the day planner to
Oh.
see if there is any,
Oh, I see.
like if they, come into the office and clean up the dead clones.
As the freight elevator is descending, he's looking through this day planner, trying to do as efficient as possible, and he says, well, there's something in here about a Dr. Dylan Spencer. It's from 3 days ago. I guess he's supposed to meet with somebody 10 days from this day. 2 days ago, it talks about some Long Beach container terminal, NPS number 17, arriving at 0600 aboard agricultural transport, the Aqua Fortune. And then the last entry says, was made yesterday. Skingenuity adhesion process to take place on NPS number 17, awaiting results. That's all it says. Those are the last entries.
What time was the singularity thing happen? Skingenuity?
Let's see. Well, it just says the last entry, which was made yesterday. They were waiting for the Skingenuity adhesion process to take place on NPS number 17, awaiting results.
Okay.
Does that mean anything to you?
No, that's why I was asking what time was that supposed to happen? It's
Didn't say. At this point, the elevator stops.
okay.
As it hits the bottom floor, the only floor, you notice that now the entire south wall is a type of partitioned door that goes up into the ceiling. Similar to the one that was on the first floor, but on the north wall. The door opens onto a large room, 60 feet squared, soft illumination bleeding down from this recessed lighting that's 20 feet above. Looks like the whole room is made of concrete. You see, taking up the entire southwest corner is an electrical unit that just hums and gives off a strobe effect as the lights that adorn it blink on and off in sporadic succession. Just to the side of the elevator And dominating the upper portion of this sublevel is a large rusty cage that's 10 feet to a side. One side of it, which must be the door, is held open, and the cage itself is empty. In the middle of the west wall is a set of double doors with a placard above them that says Splicing Chamber. You see 3 spherical objects, each about 10 feet in diameter and evenly spaced along the east wall, are being inspected by a man in a white lab coat with a clipboard. And he's just kind of humming and talking to himself as he's looking at the third and final vat. That's the one that's furthest away from you.
Okay.
You also see at the very northwest corner in the north wall is a door.
Okay. So there's only one person down here?
Yes, you see one person.
Okay. Well, we'll walk forward, kind of looking at our little Southern California Edison metal binder folder where it has the writing up of reports and stuff, and be looking around and stuff like that. And we'll walk over towards that guy.
As you walk up to him, you could hear him kind of mumbling to himself, and he's saying, he's checking boxes on this clipboard. Nova Production Series number 17 is taken well to the blend. It seems that the modifications to the brain as well as the simulacrum clones are progressing as estimated. The anterior cingulate cortex. Good. All right, the inferior partial lobule. Okay. Advise Dr. Spencer to allocate another 10 subjects from his military downsizing program to Ancestral Branches Incorporated, and have Dr. Hattori of CL1 provide another delivery of Skingenuity adhesion. At this, the scientist kind of chuckles to himself as he taps the last bulbous vat and says, "Looks like you're going to have some company, old boy." At this point, he turns around and he sees the two of you standing there. What are you doing down here?
We heard there's some power outages going on, some intermittent power problems, and we're here to help you out. I'll kind of flank him in between. Like, I'll try to move to where both the kid and I are flanking him if possible.
Okay. He looks at you and the kid. He looks towards the freight elevator where the door is still held open, and he looks towards the double doors in the western wall.
Okay. This is when each will grab him.
At this point, he drops the clipboard and pencil, and his face just goes ashen white.
Speak not a word, and you will live through this. And I'll open up the jack blade.
He just looks at you.
That's right. Say nothing. Kid, find something to bind this guy up with. There's no need for him to die today, correct? You can answer.
Yeah, I'm okay.
You won't scream. Otherwise, we'll have to bind your mouth, too.
No, I won't. I'm good. The young man looks around. Doesn't really see anything. The whole place is pretty clean. So instead, he takes the lab coat off of this man and starts pulling layers of it off, like shredding it up into ribbons, and starts tying the guy's feet, tying the guy's hands.
One for the mouth, too.
Yep, puts a gag around his mouth. He's like, just sit down here, buddy. And he kind of leans him against the console of the last vat that's along the east wall. And as you look at what he was looking at in the vat, you notice that there's a man suspended in this blue solution.
So it's big.
It's big. It's 10 feet in diameter.
Okay.
He's got a mask over his nose and mouth. You see this thin black hair, and these oriental-looking eyes are closed.
Asian. Yeah. Asian is the preferred nomenclature.
Asian. Floating in this solution as the body of this doctor kind of thunks against the vat, you see this individual kind of twitch a little, giving an indication that he's probably still alive.
All right, this is he appears different than the other clones that I saw, right?
He looks the same.
but just with longer hair and like they've had him here for a while.
Well, his hair doesn't look cut per se, but it's not like
But it's
shoulder
not like,
length. It's just regular length hair. Yeah.
oh, okay. I'll look at the doctor. Is this the source material? Nod yes or no.
He shakes his head no.
Okay. Where is it?
His eyes grow
I'll I'll
wide.
I'll pull down the mouth thing a little bit, but as I do that, I'll put the blade up to his neck as well.
Why do you want this source material? At this point, his attention kind of goes towards the double doors where it says splicing chamber.
Okay. We just need some of it. That's all you need to know. And if you help us out, you will live to see it tomorrow.
How am I gonna help you get the source material?
You tell me, how are we going to get some? Do you want me to just take some out of an igloo cooler?
Do you even know what the source material is?
I was hoping you could tell me. And don't get cocky with me. You're an
Good,
NPC. That means you can die easily.
good luck. Good luck getting it. Even I wouldn't try to get it.
Okay. Well, how would someone who's braver than you try to get it?
He looks at your jack blade, and he just kind of indicates by nodding his head up towards it.
I'll go, hey kid, check those double doors over there. The skin lab, whatever it was called.
Splicing chamber.
Yes. Kid, check the splicing chamber over there real quick. Or I can, and you can stay here with the good doctor, and I'll pull out my Tonto and hand it to the kid.
He takes the Tonto, and he looks at the doctor and says, "Don't you give me any problems, man. Don't make me bust you up."
Okay.
As you make
And
your-
as I'm walking, I'll just look back at the kid and just kind of give the sign like, easy. We're not going to kill him right now,
I got
if we
it.
don't have to.
I'm on it, Each. I got it. You go to the double doors, and obviously they're closed.
I have that key card. Let's attempt to use that key card. See if it works.
It unlocks it.
All right. So now, okay, the splicing chamber. I assume it's cold in there? No?
Well, the double doors open onto an area that's only 10 feet by 10 feet, with another set of double doors in the west side. It seems more like an interim room.
Is this like a decontamination chamber or anything? No? Like
Probably something like that, yeah.
Okay. Well,
But you don't hear any whooshing. But the light in here has a strong blue purplish hue to it.
is this some kind of, not that I guess I would know, but is this some kind of weird ultraviolet germ killing light or something? Or
Probably, yeah.
okay. All right. Well, I will proceed through the other doors.
Okay.
Can I see the kid from there? Is this glass like see-through area?
No, it's not. It's
okay.
straight up solid doors. As soon as the doors close behind you, the lights get brighter.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to text the kid. This is Each. Give me a call. Put yourself on speakerphone so I can hear what's happening.
He gives you a call. Can you hear me?
Yes. Keep it open so I can make sure everything's okay. I'm in the splicing chamber.
Okay.
How's our doctor friend?
He's giving me weird eyes. I don't trust this guy.
Well, if you need to, you need to.
Okay.
And I'll go. Just leave it open, and I'll tuck the phone in my pocket and put in like my earpiece so I can hear what's going on out there.
Okay. Pushing through the second set of double doors, you open onto a room that's just as large as the room you just came out of, 60 foot squared.
Jeez.
You see portions of the north wall that have been fitted with control modules, while the entire western wall's real estate has been used to house two large junction panels in the corners with some kind of a fluid accelerator nestled between them. You see a man in a white lab coat seems to be engrossed with the dials on the panel next to the fluid accelerator. I'm going to send you a picture really quick as I describe this.
It's funny. I saw you grabbing your phone. I'm like, oh, time for me to pick up my phone. Okay. Good Lord, this place is big.
The south wall has been recessed into an alcove. In it is a large T-like fixture that has an odd-looking armor draped over it. It's ice blue in color. You see there are two long, mesh-looking fabrics lying close to the two spiked shin coverings, and there are forearm gauntlets with three large protruding spikes angling off of them. Dominating the center of this large room is an octagonal subroom. 7 of the 8 sides look to be made of some kind of see-through resin, while the 8th side in the north is open and provides a point of egress into the octagon. Another man in a white lab coat enters this portion of the partition and walks to a chair that's in the middle. It looks like something you'd see in an operating room. Pneumatic lines and high-voltage cables connect to it and return to a junction box, which is controlled by panels along the west wall. Sitting in, or rather strapped to, the chair is a creature unlike anything you've ever seen in your life. Even while in a reclined position, you can tell this creature is tall. At least 7 feet, probably close to 350 pounds. Its long yellow face is defined by slitted black eyes that wrap around the head, giving this creature near 180 degrees of vision. You see protruding from the back of each hand, which are curled into fists either due to pain or anger, is a long, singular bony nail appendage that ends in a sharp point. Dried blood remains caked in the cracks and grooves of each one. You also see 2 thick tendrils that dangle from the back of its head, each pierced with hooks, and they seem to keep the creature in check, judging by the sounds it makes as it turns its head to look at the man in the white lab coat enter into that octagonal partition.
Okay. So there's 2 men in here plus the alien?
Yes. One of the men is at the southwest corner, doing something with some dials and whatever, and the other one went into the partitioned section.
Okay. So I'm not too worried about them yelling. Is this place pretty loud too?
It's pretty loud. That liquid accelerator that's against the west wall is just...
So, okay, I'm looking at this map too. Rusted transportation cage. That's a cage. This is on the previous room.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's probably where we could store the scientist. And then I can have the kid come and help me with these 2 if needed.
Okay.
So does that I'm seeing that right then?
Yeah. I want to make sure, because I know I modified some of the picture before I took it.
Okay.
Or after I took it.
And then there's a 15-foot door and room, right? That we never checked out. Of course, I didn't have the map at the time.
Where at?
Where the kid is with the...
Well, the 15-foot room that's in the northwest corner, or northeast corner, is the freight elevator that brought you down.
Oh, okay, right. Okay, great. All right, well, I will silently move back to the other room, and I'll be saying, "Hey, kid, I'm coming back in. How's everything?"
Just waiting on you, Ichi.
Okay. Take the scientist and move him to that cage at the northern part of the room. I'll be coming in a second.
You hear this? Come on, bitch, let's go.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so I go through the double doors, and do I see the kid moving the doctor there?
Yeah, you see he's in the cage. Doctor's laying on his side.
Okay, good. I reaffirm to the doctor, you keep quiet, and everything will be okay. For you. I don't know about me after I just saw what was in that room. After the lab technician guy is secured, I'll explain to the kid what I saw in the next room.
So what the hell?
In the next room, yeah, with 2 men. The alien's, he's chained up right now. So that's not our problem. But the problem is he's probably the source material. So we need to deal with the lab technicians first. What? I'll go to the doctor. What are the two men's names in the other room?
Steven and Barry.
Okay. Do you like them?
I work with them.
Okay. They good guys? If I tell them to be quiet,
We're
they'll,
not.
they'll
We don't
follow
really
directions?
talk to each other per se too often. I think they have a thing going. They wouldn't let me in without my key card. I think they share a key card.
And what's your name?
Niles.
Niles. Okay, Niles, thanks for your help. I will I look real quick to the north. What's this what's this door over here that I see? Where does that go to?
It's the elevator up to the lobby.
Okay. You play your cards right. You live to talk about it. No. I'll after dropping that Big Trouble in Little China reference, pull the thing back up over his mouth and make sure the cage is locked. And I'll go, all right. Kid, you ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay, the plan is to subdue these two lab technicians the same way we did Niles here. If we have to, and they're not compliant, we'll subdue them a different way.
You want to give me
Yeah.
my gun back?
First, I'll hold my hand out for the Tonto.
He hands it back.
I'll trade you, okay, and then I'll open up the bag and let him fish his gun out.
He pulls out a Glock, grabs a spare mag out of the front pocket,
Okay.
pockets the mag. Let's do this.
Last resort, okay?
Yeah, you bet.
Okay.
I'm on it.
If these guys are like Niles, hopefully they'll be compliant. So we'll walk in. You said one is inside the chamber with the alien, and one is in the southwest corner.
Yes,
Okay, I will motion to. I keep calling him the kid. What's his name again? Nicholas?
Nicholas.
Okay, Nick. I want you to take the
Nicholas.
technician. All right, kid. You take the technician that's down in the southwest corner. I'm going to take care of the one that's with our friend in the octagonal room.
Centagonal.
Okay. So that's how we'll proceed.
Okay.
I still have the kid's backpack. Okay, just letting
Right.
you know. Just and then what I want to do is hopefully we succeed in all this, and before we, as we're, what I'm going to hand the backpack over to the kid when we're done,
Okay.
and say, all right, here you go. But I want to make it like a cool moment, like here, I'm not going to take credit for your shit.
Okay.
But I just wanted to remind you about that. Yeah, just in case I forget. So, okay, Ichi and Nick will move into the room and we'll spread apart, and he'll take the lab technician at the southwestern corner, and I will proceed into the glass octagonal chamber with Steve or Barry and the alien.
Okay, let's make some stealth checks here.
Okay.
Unless you're going to just balls right into it. By the way, this guy's got no fucking stealth.
Well, I was thinking because it's so loud, they're both preoccupied. I was thinking we were just going to walk quickly, so
Oh, okay.
they're not going to like try to hit the, he'll have the gun out and all that.
Okay.
I'll have my gun out too, though I don't intend to use it. It'll be in my left hand, my jack blade in my right.
So he pulls his gun out. He follows your lead. And go.
Okay. I will move stealthily to the chamber, and as soon as I secure Steve or Barry, we'll make sure that the guy runs in after that so he doesn't break the silence or whatever.
Okay. So stealth in to go deal with Barry.
I do not make it. 95 out of 52.
You run into the room. And although Barry doesn't see you, the alien does.
I was going to say that'd be awesome.
The alien starts jerking against its
Hey.
chains.
Oh. Hey now.
At this point, Barry turns around and sees you. Eyes grow wide. He's got a scalpel in his hand.
Well, I have my gun, and I'll just say, Steve, Barry, if you play your cards right, you'll live just like Niles is living right now. Otherwise, you go the way of the clones. So hoping they know what I'm referring to.
He's a bit confused how you would know something about that.
We mean you no harm. We have some questions.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay, I'm actually pretty good at that.
This Barry looks like he works out.
That's okay. I saw his gym clothes. um, Under 53, 40.
He hesitates and
Still
stands still. Meanwhile, the alien is just thrashing about.
Can you
His-
silence that thing?
Are you kidding me? I can't silence that thing. You set him off. You try to silence him. At this point, Nicholas comes into the door, starts running down towards Steve down in the corner. Steve holds his hand over a button.
Ah, come on.
What do you want to do?
Nick, shoot him. Light him up.
82.
Oh, that's a good roll.
Fires widely into the wall. The hand comes down. And the hooks come out of the alien's tendrils.
Well, I'm not in there with him.
Yeah, you are.
Just kidding. Well, so's the other guy, right?
Yeah, the other doctor's in there too.
Yeah, which was the buff guy?
That was Barry.
Okay. So I'm in there with Barry.
You're in there with Barry and the
And the
alien.
alien.
And the
great,
alien.
great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Barely a scratch. Let's get some.
Let's bury the hatchet.
I thought I had some. There it is. So you're on 15, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, what's funny is I took the basic stats that came with the criminal thing, and they're pretty good. Dude, this alien's gonna grease this guy.
What are these doctors at? Oh, they're. Wow, they got
They're
some pretty-
doctors. It's fucking 18. They're all fucking like ninja medicine doctors.
All right. Okay. Each. You're up.
Okay. The alien is free, right?
Yes, it is free.
Okay. So for my move, can I push the doctor onto the alien?
Yeah. Yeah, you got to make a strength check, though, against his strength.
Because I'm hoping that he's going to go after the doctor and we'll take out the...
He
if
goes
I take
after
out
you.
the- What?
He goes after you.
Who does? The alien?
Yeah.
It's not even his turn yet.
No, but he's going to go after you, though, in the initiative
He's not going
order.
to go after the doctor? They're friends?
I thought you meant in the initiative order.
Oh, no. No, what I'd like to do is, I'm just telling you my plan, which is stupid because you're the enemy. I want to push the doctor onto the alien. I hope the alien kills the doctor. So then I only have one foe to deal with, not two.
Okay, well, make your strength check, yeah.
Okay, under 70. Easily, 54.
45.
5-4, baby.
Okay, he passed.
Go here.
What did you get?
54.
Under what?
70.
Under 70? Okay, so your
16
strength
away.
is better than mine because I got 9 out of 45. So you push him towards this
Right into it.
alien. The alien takes one of its backhand nails and tries to stab him in the neck. 9. You see this backhand nail go right into this doctor's jugular for 6 points of damage.
That's not
As the
too bad.
doctor takes this thing and holds his hand up to his throat as he starts bleeding out. Still alive, though. The creature then stands up.
How tall is he?
7'3". It's just huge. As you see it rise up to its full height, I need for you to make a sanity check.
Okay. Sanity under 50. Not very good. 7. That's 7, right? 007?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I made it.
You take 1 point of sanity damage.
Okay. Now, maybe this is good for the listeners too. Does my sanity go back up to its full amount after everything? Like every
I say it does.
okay, because my sanity's 50, which is kind of low. Does it go back up to 50 and now I'm at 49? Or
Right.
was it?
That's correct.
Okay, just checking.
Because you've managed to overcome a lot of the stuff that you've done through time and grade. But it's the con stuff that we had to worry about from the Pinnacle Vampire.
Okay.
Nicholas fires at the doctor that pushed on the button, and it hits the wall again.
Dude.
Completely misses. He doesn't have hardly any firearms. Barry grabs the side of his throat as he's bleeding out and attempts to attack this alien with the scalpel,
Wish I could close the door on him.
missing as it strikes this leathery skin.
Okay.
The other doctor slams his hand down on another button, and you see a red light begin to swirl, giving an indication that possibly that registered somewhere else in the building.
Oh, hell.
Each.
All right. We're going to Jack Blade the alien. That sounds kind of horny. If worse comes to worse and we have to somehow escape and we don't get the source material, I'll at least have some DNA of alien on my blade. And I'll kiss it too and get saliva. That's a 53 exactly, under a 53. I think I rolled a 52.
Give me some damage.
Oh shit. Okay. D12, 5.
5. Using the jack blade, right?
Yeah.
It looks at you and this jack blade, and there's almost like a sense of recognition of the weapon itself.
So it went like, eh.
Like it's seen one of these before.
Oh, okay. Well, it is a cool alien technology I have. So.
It strikes at the doctor again.
Not me?
22 critical hit. Severs the doctor's head off completely. You see it lop and go over the octagonal partition and flump over by the liquid accelerator. The torso of this doctor kind of falls down, just starts fishing as all the blood pumps out of its neck.
Faith no more in it.
With its second attack, it swings at you with the other backhand nail.
Oh.
33.
Oh, shit.
That's a critical hit.
That is. That's going to be dangerous with 8 hit points.
Actually, I read it wrong. We've been doing as max damage. It's the damage times 2.
Okay.
That's what it is. So it's still 8 points of damage. I rolled a 4.
That drops me to 0.
Does it?
That's what I said. Yeah, I have 8 hit points.
You go down on the floor.
Oh, shit. Glad I got the backpack.
The room goes dim and dark. Your eyes flutter open due to a discomfort on your face.
Oh.
It feels like a crab is wrapped around your mouth, the nose, or something. You finally realize that there's something strapped to your face, but your body feels light, feels buoyant almost.
I'm the man in the tank now.
And as you open your eyes, you see that you're actually in a large bulbous vat of fluid. You see an individual standing in front of the vat with a clipboard in his hand, writing something down, and your head kind of turns to the right, and you see there are 2 more vats to your right. And it's just this odd, eerie feeling as it looks as though you're looking into concentric mirrors as these individuals stare back at you and have your same face on their bodies.
Oh, shit.
And I will see you next season.
Oh, my goodness. Weapon X time.
Dominating the center of this large room is a hexagonal sub-room. 7 of the hex sides look to be made of some kind of see-through resin, while the 8th side in the north is open and provides a point of egress into the hexagon. You see another man.
Octagonal. It's 8.
Oh, this is 8? 6?
Well, 6 is hex. Yeah. So
Sorry,
if you
my
want
bad.
to that, yeah.
It's octagonal. Dominating the center is a octagonal subroom. 7 of the
Octagonal. Sorry, brother.
octagonal.
Yeah.
Octagonal. Octagonal is your fucking blooper. Dominating the center is an octagonal subroom. Octagonal?
Way to go, fucking Adesso. Octagonal.
Octagonal. That's not even a word. You made that up.
Oh, yeah. And it's oxagonal's the real word.
I gotta write this shit. All right, you fucker.
Look at your picture you just sent me.
What did I send you?
This octagonal partition, you said octagonal on it.
Did I?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Whatever.
Get him another juice box.
Thank you for joining us once again on Roll the Hard 20 podcast. Remember, you can find us and subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora Radio, iHeart Radio, Amazon Podcasts, and Audible. And if you like what you're listening to, be sure to leave us that 5-star rating and review. Don't forget about our YouTube channel at Roll the Hard 20. So if you're into watching and you want to help support this show, then head on over and hit that subscribe button. It really does help the show out. We can also be found in the wild on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, so don't forget to look for us there and check us out. You can also contact the show directly at rollthehard20podcast@gmail.com or head on over to the website at rollthehard20podcast.com, where you can download the current show directly, pick and choose past shows from our archives, or view our galleries. We've got a lot of stuff posted over there, so check us out. And finally, join us on our Patreon at patreon.com/rollthehard20podcast, where you can become a hard slinger and pick up swag. So until next time, keep your dice warm and your glass topped off as you roll those hard 20s.